Hi you guys. Today I'm gonna show you a couple of things here from this book, Enchanted Forest. I don't know if you've been watching my videos or not, but I'm having a lot of problems right now financially and stuff, and I'm under so much stress. I thought, you know what, if any time I need to color would be today. So I decided I was just gonna film it and just try to keep my mind off of my problems from right now. And after all, really, that's kind of why we do color. Coloring is supposed to relieve stress and anxiety, and so since I'm full of it, I decided why don't I just color. And when I'm in this kind of a mood, I really don't want to pick something too detailed right now. I just kind of want to do something easy, so I'm going to pick some feathers. So let me show you what I do, okay? So I open up my book, right? I've already kind of got it opened here. And I decided I think I want to do the feather picture. So if I go in my book here to the feather picture, we got to find it. Let's find the feathers. I just kind of go through it and I say, okay, well, what is it that I want to color or draw or whatever? And I did find the feathers, but I want to show you what I do here. Let's see. Here they are. All right, so what I'm going to do is, this is the picture I want, right? This is a bunch of feathers. I'm going to show you how to do all kinds of cool shading and blending. And that's what's so great about this one, is that when I'm feeling like this, I can just kind of go wild with and just relax. So I need to get it out of my book. So how do I do that? Okay, well, I'm going to turn the page, and this is a number 10 or number 11 X-Acto knife blade. And I'm just going to go through right here, and I'm just going to, I hope you could see this. I'm just going to take my knife blade and cut it out. Sometimes I could just fold it up and put it in my copy machine or whatever. And other times I cut it out, but you see, once you do that, it just comes out really easy. And if it gets stuck in the spot, you just kind of, oops, I gotta get that phone. Sorry about that, you guys, that happens. I'll get it in a minute, let it ring. So, there you go. Hold on, I have to pause that. So I'm just gonna go in here for a minute. I'm kind of rushing. Normally I would probably take a lot slower, but you could see, I mean, you know how to, it just comes out really easy, normally. Normally. So, yeah, and if it gets stuck, you just kind of use your blade to kind of just get it out of there. Now, what you can also do when you do this, see, it just comes out real nice, is if you wanted to get all your pages out, you just continue to cut like this. I've taken entire books apart before like this. So you just would take it and then you just push a little harder, and then you can actually get the book apart. Okay, I got to get that. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry you guys. Today is a really crazy day. Like I say, when there's days like this, color, because that's sometimes kind of the only way you can be sane. So what I'm going to do now on mine, I need to keep these because I'll reuse it just to practice. So I'm going to make a copy of this page, but this is the original page, and then I just put it in my scanner, and then I copy it and I print it out on a piece of 80 pound color copy paper by Hammermill, and I'll put the link down there for you. So I'm gonna go print it out, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna color and have some fun. Hi, okay, so I kind of ripped this one, you know, because I had to open it and get the pages out, but this is the paper that I use. This is just color copy paper by Hammermill. If you see that, I get this on Amazon, and this is 80 pound, so you can see the paper is pretty thick, and it's, but not too thick. It's just a nice size paper. Okay, so what I did is I just printed it out, and now I can, you know, do multiple copies of it, which is great, and I don't have to ruin my book. So I'm just gonna play around here. I'm gonna teach you guys some really cool shading techniques. So let's just start with this little guy right here. Okay, and I'm just gonna say, well, what am I in the mood for? Well, here, let me just show you how I pick it. So here's my colors. I don't know if you can see, but I'm just gonna do some purples, let's just say. So I always got to pick, when you're picking colors, I want to do a light, a medium, a dark, and then I want a darkest, okay? And then sometimes even a darker. So you're going to start, if you're using Prismacolors, you're going to start getting used to the certain groups of colors, okay? And you're gonna, it's not as hard as you think, okay? Because there's only so many pinks and so many purples. Even if I pull out all of them here, even if I pull the major ones out, okay, it's pretty easy to choose. It's not that hard. And I know a lot of you guys have a hard time picking the colors, but it's really not. Watch. I'll show you. So let's say we're going to take this light pinky color. And this one here is hot pink, okay? So let's get in a little bit closer here so you can see, okay? So this one is a hot pink. And then what we're gonna do is, let's see, I'm gonna, you gotta kind of like feel like, okay, well, what are you in the mood for? You know, how are you feeling? What do you want to color? What is your mood? So let's just say we start with something like some shading with some pinks on the feather here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice light base coat, and I'm going to leave the tip, the ends is where I'm going to leave my areas lighter. So you see how I kind of left that a little whiter? Just leave it a nice little light, and then as you come down you can make it a little darker. Right now I'm just making a little darker. Okay. Oh man, see, I'm already kind of forgetting about my stress, but not really. I just started thinking about it again. That's the thing. You got to kind of try not to let your mind wander, you know. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm asking for donations and stuff like that. I mean, it's getting really scary. But you know what? I'm just going to trust God and just keep doing what I do, and that's all I can do, right? So now you see how I made that nice feathering effect where it's just sort of, I push harder down here, and then as I come out, I just kind of blend the colors out a little bit. So you've got a nice fading technique, okay? And that was the hot pink. Then I'm going to take another color here, which is processed red. So I'm going to take the processed red now, and I want to make it darker in here. So I'm going to darken this area here, and then I'm just going to feather out the color. And you know how I feather by now. I just kind of, you know, I have that, my extreme method, it's a flicking method. I just kind of flick the colors out, because when I do that, it makes it easy for me to blend, you know, because I can like lift it up, and you can get a feel of your pencil, and you lift it up and you can put more pressure at the bottom. You see how it's already making a nice little transition there. And then I think we're going to really darken it up here with some, let's take some dark purple. And we got to give that the extreme look, right? So I'm going to just put some here, just like so. Right? And there we go. And that's a nice blend. Like that, right? Yeah, that's really pretty, see? So then you gotta decide, well, do you want to do more colors or different colors, or do you want to stick with the same colors? But me, because of the way I'm feeling right now, I think I'm going to do some blues. Not because I'm feeling blue, it's just I was thinking I might want to just put in some blue. So I'm going to grab this non-photo blue here. I'm feeling blue, so let's color blue. And I'm going to maybe put in a little, I got an idea for a trick. Let's do, I was going to maybe make these look, there's so many things you can do. I can make this have a whole highlight right here in the middle and just do two sides. You know, I'm going to show you that technique anyways, even though it might not fit in this picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the outsides and the middle, all right, and I'm going to create a look. I'll just show you a bunch of different looks and different ways to color things, you know, just to give you ideas. Okay, now see how this one seems to look like it's got a little light shining coming through that little area right there? And that was the non-photo blue. Now I'm just going to darken that up with some cobalt blue. This. Just to give it that look. And again with that feathering. See? Feather it in. There you go. Alright, so now you see how that make a nice, that's how you make like a little glow. But if you really want it to, you know, pop out, you get it. Now this is Indian throne blue. I'm going to make it just a little darker on the edges, because that's how you really get a nice, more of a, that dramatic effect for the extreme method, the method I like, the method I created, where it's just a lot of drama. It's a lot of light, medium, dark, and darkest, okay? See that, how that happens? Now I'm going to show you something else too. Now, let's say we're going to change this up a little bit, the colors. So I'm going to grab a canary yellow, and I want to show you how just adding a little yellow, what it will do to this, okay? So if I added yellow on here, what yellow and red make what? Purple, that's right. And yellow and blue make what? Green. So what do you think will happen? This is going to turn purple, and this is going to have a green shade, right? So let's try it and see what happens. So here, I'm going to add some yellow on here. Now the layering effect is what makes everything so cool. See how instantly, look at how cool that looks. It instantly just gives a really nice, just a really cool look. And we're gonna do the same thing here. See? Look at that. See that? How nice? It almost looks like a really nice watercolor look, right? So you wonder, how do you get that look? Well, this is how. So then I'm just going to go through now and just kind of play around, and I'm going to do some more. So I'm just going to, let's see. I'm going to try to see if I can show you some other things. Let's try something like this. Let's say we want to make a little design in here. So I'm just making a little, like a tube, right? And I'm going to come in here on this side. And I'm going to come in here on this side, and come in here on this side. Now see that? That's creating almost like a little tube effect, right? And then I'm going to take a darker one here. Let's go with the violet. This is a violet. And actually not a violet. Let's do, because it's not, you got to have, I like to use at least 3 or 4 colors to get the layering effect. So now I'm going to put a darker one here on the sides, a little darker one here. All right, and then I'm going to take a violet. Oh, there it goes again. See, my mind just instantly started thinking about that again. That sucks. Oh, you guys, I'm facing some gnarly, some financial stuff that so unforeseen. I just can't even believe it. It's the worst. I've never been in such a situation before. I mean, I know I'm going to get out of it, but it's like, right now, you know, the worrying is just the worst. The feeling is just so impending doom, like just ugh. It's the terrible. I'm at a point to where I have to ask for donations for people because I have no money to even buy food right now. It's just terrible. Ugh. And I'm going to dedicate myself when I get out of this mess to help others that are in this situation, because if this can happen to me, I know it can happen to anybody, because I would have never thought that I could be just wiped out in overnight, so, and not have money for bill. I mean, I just never even expected this. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just keep this on a happy note. Okay, so I don't really like the way that one came out, but that's okay, because I'm just trying to show you some interesting techniques. So we're trying to get an effect here. So I'm just gonna mess around. You guys can watch. Okay, I really don't even know what I'm going to do, how it's going to come out. Just going to mess around. This is a hot pink. Okay, and this one is a processed red. Let's see, I'm just blending it in. Oh. See it? You can see. Now, if that does happen, there's always ways around to fix something like that. You just, now we'll create like a little shadow, which is fine. Make a shadow if you make a mistake. There's always ways to get around it. Like if you make a mistake, and I'm coloring really fast right now, so anyways, you got the idea here. Now I kind of feel like doing a better picture, like a more detailed one, I guess. Now let's put a little of that blue on here. This is that non-photo blue. Before I do the yellow, let's add a little bit of that, so you can see how these blend. I'll put the yellow over it. See that? And that's how you do those. You just kind of play around with the colors until you are happy with your creation. Okay, I'm just fading it in. I don't even know. Since I have this one out, I'm just gonna that in there. Then I'm gonna put it in here, and here. Okay, so I'm just, you can see, I mean, how it just starts coming along. I have this in my hand, so you can see it. You don't really even have to stick with the same colors. You can use the same color and incorporate just the one color in the other colors. Even I can even put a little in here if I wanted to, just to deepen up that shadow, you know. So you can just really just have fun playing with your colors. And I'll maybe put a little yellow in this one, since I don't like the way this one came out very good, but that's all right. And a lot of times, like, if you see something like that you don't like this, it'll blend in. As long as you finish your whole picture, you won't even notice like a part that you don't like. It'll just look great, and you'll be like, oh, that looks so nice. And you'll be okay with that. So now I'm just putting in some blue here. Fade it up. Fade it up. See, just putting in color. I really kind of feel like I should do an actual picture. Not that this isn't a picture, but you know what I mean, like an actual, you know, more detailed picture. But I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit of cool blending techniques. So see, that's it. That's how you do a basic feather if you want to add a lot of color, and it's that easy, you guys. Thanks for watching so much. If I feel a little bit better, I'm going to try to put out another video, okay? Thank you so much for following, and I did put that donate button on the bottom, and I will keep you posted as to what's going on. So, you know, with God, all things are possible. Thank you so much. I love you all very much. Bye-bye.